How's it going there, everybody? It's Mr. Zen over here bringing you guys a brand new Boku no Hero Academy episode discussion. And for today's segment, guys, we're going to be talking about is episode 9 with Ururaka versus Bakugo. Oh yes, folks. Yes, the hype was real for this episode because the fact that, in the previous episode 8, it was just showing all the preliminary matches, seeing just a little bit of fights here and there. But Ururaka's fight was definitely very interesting, guys. And the reason I say that is because the fact that we actually get to see Ururaka finally showcase her abilities into somebody who's actually a very powerful opponent. And we actually see that she could hold her ground. If she trains a little, she actually could put Bakugo into in a corner itself. Granted though, she didn't really put him in the corner in this fight, I'll tell you that much. But it's just because the fact that, she's still learning, but because Bakugo, it just seems like he's this type of guy that's always just working out. He's always trying to learn from his weaknesses. He's that machismo person. Just looking at Bakugo just demolish Ururaka was just that intense. It was that dramatic. This whole episode was very, very dramatic from beginning to the very end. It was very hyped up, not because the fact that it's Bakugo versus Ururaka. It's for the fact that we actually see one of the female supporting cast, or one of the female leads, I should say, actually stand up to a very powerful opponent. And that powerful opponent, of course, is none other than Bakugo. And Bakugo, guys, I'm telling you, Bakugo, he was not condescending here. Yes, I like the way the author was kind of going for in the beginning of that, because the fact that it seemed that Bakugo was actually kind of not necessarily condescending, but more or less to say that he was kind of just, it looked like he was bullying her, as how the quote-unquote of the anime was kind of saying. But no, if you guys kept looking and actually showcasing the way that Eraser had kind of explained, it's more the fact that he's treating her like an equal. He's treating her as such an equal that he's actually afraid of her abilities if he actually let down his guard. And of course, Bakugo, like I said, this guy just freaking demolishes every time everything that Ururaka just throws at him. But the thing about Ururaka, guys, is the fact that it's the way that they kind of showcase her backstory, seeing as to how she wants to actually, put her parents into a very respected home, not a respected home, I should say, in a very, easygoing lifestyle, that it kind of gives us fans saying, oh, to root for Ururaka, and seeing as how Baku was kind of seen as a villain was kind of it's very comical in a sense, because the fact that, we're kind of seeing just two very, very bright young kids just going at it at each other with their own ideals of what it means to be a hero, when in reality they're both on the same coin itself. That I thought was very interesting. It's just the fact that it just seems that since we don't know that much about Bakugo as to why he really wants to become a hero, it seemed more as the fact that he really did seem very antagonistic in this fight in a sense, and that's why many people were actually voting for more for Ururaka's sake. And granted though, either way, it was very hard to decide who really should have won in my opinion, guys, because personally, they're both very interesting characters. They really are. Honestly, if you guys think about the way they've kind of been showcased throughout the beginning to the end, they're just very interesting characters, seeing as to how Bakugo is just coming at the UA Academy, wanting to become the very best, even despite his quirk being a very abrasive and powerful quirk. It just makes sense, it just seems that he could also be an antagonistic villain as well in the future series. But because we know, of course, if you all read the manga, we all know he's definitely one for the A team, guys. He's for the good guys. He's staying there forever. But I still want to mention the fact that, like I said, just there's not that much backstory into Bakugo. Not enough for the anime to actually explain. But needless to say, like I said, interesting fight from the beginning to the end. I do want to mention that there was another fight that actually was in here, guys, and I'm not gonna lie to you, and that was Tetsu versus freaking Kirishima. My God, I've never seen the most freaking dramatic arm wrestle ever in history. That was so hilarious, guys. Just the way that you just see Kirishima just holding down Tetsu's arm. They're both just struggling. The dramatic lines and the way the art style was just stronger. I thought that was very hilarious, but I was kind of rooting for Kirishima all the way, just because of the fact that Kirishima is just that you just want to root for him, honestly. Just the way that he embodies the manliness. It's just like that one song. I forgot what the name of that one song was. I'll get back to you on that, but I forgot the name of that one song. Honestly, like Kirishima, that was hilarious the way he took that win though. And honestly, it felt very quickly, because then that leads on to, folks, is none other than the battle between Todoroki and Midoriya, guys. that in itself. The next episode is now gonna be finally the most anticipated fight that we all want to see, and I personally really do want to see that fight. I can't wait till they actually finally freaking animate. I read that since last year, folks. Since freaking last year, I've been finally wanting to see it in action, and my God. If you guys thought this fight was intense, no, the next fight is just double and maybe quadruple the way the amount of intensity is going to be against Todoroki versus Midoriya. And my God, just seeing these two gonna come at finally anime, it's just that I'm just that excited. Honestly, I'm stuttering like a baboon, but that's because, like I'm telling you guys, it's just that interesting seeing that in the next episode. But let me know down in the comments, guys, because that's it for today. I don't have nothing else to say. Like I said, everything that's all in this episode was just very well explained. Like I said, very well choreographed. Can't wait for this and the next episode to finally hit theaters and homes, wherever it's gonna hit. But like I said, let me know down in the comments. So what are you guys' thoughts on the anime episode, and also what are you guys' opinion on Uraraka's character development? You know, like just seeing her in this fight, I personally thought, like I said, it's just making her more of her character overall just that much more upbringing. You know, just seeing her just bring about herself more like a not redemption, I should say, the wrong choice of word right there, more like seeing her as in a way that we can see as this is a pivotal point in Uraraka, as to say that, you know, now she can actually gain another step in towards getting her stronger, as you know, like how she kind of explained that, you know, she can't fall in the footsteps of Midoriya and Lita, of course. But like I said, that's it. Let me know down in the comments, and as always, guys, hope you guys have a wonderful day. But this is Mr. Zen signing out.